6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The Saints put up 29 points a game last year, second only to the Falcons, and they're in range to get some points on this drive as well. 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! 38!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. So that one will be accepted. Toss play to McKinnon. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
2nd down following the incompletion. From the gun, Winston. He finds the rookie from Alabama, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A 1st down throw for Winston. Gets it to the rookie from Penn State. It's Chris Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down, Winston. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
On second down, Winston again. And he fires one that's intercepted. A first NFL pick by the rookie Marshawn Lattimore. The 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Back to it after the pick six. Winston. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Now Jameis on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. On third down, Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So it'll be first down here after the run. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
To throw is Winston. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got Evans. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 14 yards there on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Jameis again. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Jameis now on first down. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Marcus Williams, the rookie from Utah. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Play action. They'll throw. Buying time to his left. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a play fake here on first down. Brought in left side by Snead. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Try to run the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screamed. What? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Wilson. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Hundley, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Kobe Fleener, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Evans. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
On second down, Martin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Winston now to throw on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Delvin Breaux with a pick. There he goes right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now a play fake to Martin. Here's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a third and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Now the 6-year man from Cal, Brian Anger, on to kick. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Throwing, Hundley. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Ready. White 25.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. Flip it. That's right, man.
From the gun, Winston. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
Just like that.
Jameis to throw it. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Here we go!
On second down, there's the option going left. And he's brought down after a good gain. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Watch tight end. Hey. Come on, let's go. 38. Ohio. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
Ohio. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. And now here is another interception. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Black round! Black round! Here we go! Here we go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Here we go!
They'll start out here with the option left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The Saints on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go! 190!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! 190! 190! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kendall Beckwith in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
The Saints on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Come on, let's go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing. Ohio. Ohio. Let's go. Flex round.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Toss. It's McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They go play action with Griffin. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Now it's Ginn. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive will start with an option going, and it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Nick Folk for the point after. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's flex round. Flex Ohio. Let's go. 190.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ford. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. So 2nd and 10 here.
Come on, let's go. Hey. 4 down. Flex route, Ohio.
Now they try the right side here. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A broken tackle there, but not a ton to show for it. Tackled just on the other side of midfield. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Here we go. Ran through the Ohio. Check 99. Kill.
Now back to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Ohio. Come on, let's go. Ohio.
On 3rd down. That's Wilson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. On 1st down, Griffin. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be knocked down sideways. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Griffin. And this is incomplete. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Bucs on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Griffin. He's got Evans. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right near the 27. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Roy Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Play clock winding down. Griffin. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Second down following the run.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! I'm coming for you. Flex round! Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And the Ravens have taken the lead there late. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign.
Let's go!
On third down, that's Wilson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They run it with McKinnon. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Bucs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Sims. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Martin. And he is going to be stopped here for no gain, and that is going to be the final play of this football game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for New Orleans, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.